Hi everyone, you are welcome to Easy Drive channel. If you want to be getting notification on my next video, like and subscribe to my channel. So whenever I upload a new video, you will get notified. Today we are going to look at the road, La Strada. In Italian, the road is called La Strada. Today we are going to define the road and we will know a whole lot of things about the road. So first, let's define it in Italian. In Italy, we define road like strada. Strada è l'area ad uso pubblico aperta alla circolazione di pedoni, dei veicoli e degli animali. So what that one is saying, this is the book I recommended for you. He said, the road is defined as the area for public use, open to pedestrians, vehicle, and animal traffic. That is the definition of the road. Once again, is defined as the area for public use, open to pedestrians, vehicle, and animal traffic. That is what the road is made for. So we have different parts of the road and we are going to look at them one after the other. Different parts of the road. Number one here, we want to look at corsia. Corsia is an Italian language and in English is called lane. The lanes are used differently. So here we have 4 lanes, 2 to each direction. The lanes have their own different use. We have corsia di marcia, normal drive lane. What is normal drive lane used for? It is used to drive and not for any other thing, just to drive. It is always located at the right part of the road. The right part of the road is the normal drive lane. Why the corsia di sorpasso, corsia di sorpasso, overtaking lane? This is any other lane outside the right side of the road is corsia di sorpasso. Here we have 2 lanes to each direction. Some road we have 3 lanes to each direction. So this one that have, no matter how many lanes a road have to a particular direction, the first lane on the right is the only lane that is used for normal drive. Every other lane is for overtaking. Immediately you finish overtaking, you go back to this other lane. So it's called the corsia di sorpasso. Corsia di sorpasso. Corsia di emergenza, emergency lane. This is the lane after the white margin line. The lane after the white margin line is called the emergency lane. So in Autostrada and Strada Extraurbane Principale, it is compulsory that there must be an emergency lane. A road cannot be Autostrada or Strada Extraurbane Principale when it does not have an emergency lane. It's a part of the characteristics of Autostrada and Strada Extraurbane Principale. Corsia riservata, reserved lane. You see, in this case, this lane is reserved for public bus. It's reserved for public bus. So other vehicles cannot circulate on this lane. That is why it is called corsia riservata. Corsia riservata. We have corsia di accelerazione, acceleration lane. Acceleration lane, corsia di accelerazione. It is used to increase your speed when you want to join an autostrada. You see the lane here. Once you have coming from, if you come from the ramp and you are joining autostrada or Strada Extraurbane Principale, any road that have a very high speed, This lane will help you to increase your speed so you will not obstruct the vehicles that are already on the road, that are already traveling on the road. So we also have another one, Cusia di Deceleration Lane. Just the opposite of that. When you are leaving a road with a very high speed, you get to this lane first before you start applying your brake. You have all the time to reduce your speed as you are leaving the road using this lane, so you will not cause obstruction for other vehicles that are still continuing with their traveling. La Carreggiata. La Carreggiata is called the Carriageway in English. This is the Carriageway. Like this Carriageway have 2 lanes each to each direction, 2 lanes to each direction. So I want to point out something here. You see this yellow line that is in between. If it is just a line, a line that is only drawn with paint, probably white paint or no matter the color, if it is just a line, this road will be one carriageway, no matter how many lanes. Even if the road have 3 lanes to each direction, it still will be one carriageway. But if this yellow point here, for instance, it is made with solid material like concrete or metal material, it will now divide the road into 2 carriageways. So carriageways are divided into 2 with a solid material called spartitraffico. Intersezione a raso. Intersection is popularly called as junction. A lot of people know it as junction. It's called in Italian intersezione a raso, which is a normal same level intersection. Intersezione a raso, same level intersection. When we mean same level, the whole vehicle that are meeting on this intersection, they are on the same height. So every one of them cannot go the same time. One have to go after the other. So in most cases, it is regulated with traffic light. Some case they regulate the intersection with rotatoria, that's a roundabout. Some case the junctions are regulated with signs, and in some case there are no signs, there are no traffic lights. This junction will be regulated with the normal road law. So we'll get to all that topic as time comes. Intersezione a livello sfassati. In English, it's called staggered split level intersection. So one thing I want to quickly point out here, a lot of people think it's only the language that is the problem. Most of these things, even if you are studying in English, you still need to learn these words. There are words that you have not even come across before. You cannot be saying staggered split level intersection. Everybody will be looking at you. They will not even understand what you are saying unless they are into it, unless they study those words, they know the meaning. So a lot of people think it's only language that is a barrier between them getting a driver's license. So the same way you would have studied this thing in English, you can also study it the same way in Italian. Like me, if they set all these questions for me in complete English, I might not be able to pass the exam, because these words, most of them, they are new to me. I am going deep into these words. I became familiar with these words in English because I translated them from Italian. So the Italian is my original language of going to driving school. So now I prefer going to schools in Italian. Any school that I have to do with driving, I now prefer going to the schools in Italian because I'm used to most of the words. So if I go to an English country and I want to study a fresh course, maybe I want to do ADRO. ADRO is for dangerous product. Like I want to be transporting benzina, I want to be transporting explosive product. I would prefer to go to the school in Italian language because most of the words I will come across are words that I already known. I am familiar with those words. But if I go to those schools in English, I will have problem with a lot of the words that I will come across. So intersezione a livello sfassati is this kind of intersection. when the vehicles, though they are meeting at the same point, but they are at different height, so they are not obstructing each other. You don't have to reduce your speed before you cross the intersection, so everybody is going on different level. Passaggio a livello, railway crossing. Passaggio a livello is called railway crossing. This is a picture of a railway crossing. So we have the terms, we have the signs that we will be working on in the subsequent video. Banchina, in English it's called arch shoulder, or you call it veg. Banchina. Banchina is just like Corsia di Emergenza, but is basically found in STRADA, EXTRAURBANA, SECONDERIA. So the best way I can define Banchina is any point outside after the white margin line at the edge of the road is called Banchina in STRADA, EXTRAURBANA, SECONDERIA. Here we have marciapiedi. In English it's called pavement. I also know that if you say pavement to a lot of people, they might not even know exactly what pavement is talking about. Even while we were driving in our country back then, we always use the word pavement to describe spati traffico. So whenever a vehicle hits the visor, the concrete that is used to divide the road into two, say the vehicle hits the pavement. So until I started attending driving school, I now know that is not even called pavement. That is spati traffico. So the pavement is this part of the road where the pedestrians use. So now, as you can see, the cars are here on the road, and here, this part here is called the pavement. And in Italian, it's called marciapiedi. Attraversamento pedonale. Attraversamento pedonale. This is pedestrian crossing. So there's a question that you might come across and said, attraversamento pedonale fa parte della carreggiata. Let me translate that question in English. The pedestrian crossing is a part of the carriageway. So the answer to that question is vero. But if there is a question that said, marciapiedi fa parte della carreggiata, it is falso, because the pedestrian way is side by side with the carriageway. So it's not a part of the carriageway. But at this point, when the pedestrian have to cross the road, it's called attraversamento pedonale. If it's a part of the carriageway, because here they intersect each other, the vehicle has to stop while there's somebody crossing. So attraversamento pedonale fa parte della carreggiata, but marciapiedi non fa parte della carreggiata. There are questions like that when you come across them. Just think about them. Marciapiedi is side to side with carreggiata. They are just like two parallel lines. But attraversamento pedonale intersect the carreggiata, so it's a part of the carriageway. Passo carabile. Passo carabile is a private entrance for vehicle. So at the front of this place, if you see this sign anywhere, you can make a quick stop, maybe to ask somebody a question, or maybe to just drop off your passenger and continue your movement. But sosta is not allowed. You cannot make a long stop. Sosta is called a long stop. Fermata is called a quick stop. Salvagente, that is Pedestrian Safety Island. Salvagente. So I got this picture from Torino. If you live in Torino, you will be very familiar with this tram. So you see, these people are waiting to board the tram. So while they are standing, this place they are standing is called Salvagente. If you want to remember it, like it save agent from being smashed from the car. That is how I remember. Salvagente. It save agent from being smashed from the car. Sometimes they build it in the middle of the road. If the road is very wide, they will build something like this in the middle. So if you make a half cross, you can have place to stay and finish your crossing. Isola di Traffico, Trafic Highland. So we also have island inside the road. Just like we have island when you are when you are sailing a ship. So this one is also island inside the road. Look at it. It's a solid pavement. It's a solid concrete. It's a solid concrete in the middle of the road. People will be wondering, why would they build this kind of thing inside the road when they know that it can even cause an accident? It's also classified as an obstacle on the road. It's part of obstacle. Even Savagente is also classified under obstacle. People walking on the road, they are all obstacle. So this solid pavement is used to channel the vehicle based on the direction they are going. So in this case now, somebody going to the left cannot pass through where this vehicle is now. Somebody going to the left cannot pass through where this vehicle passed through. It's like seeing this vehicle passing through the right hand of this obstacle, of this Isola di Traffico. We just know that the vehicle is going to the right. So that is the function of this Isola di Traffico. So the next on our list is area pedonale. Area pedonale. Pedestrian area. Is wide. It can even contain the movement of a vehicle, but it is not allowed for vehicle to drive here. Probably there are some categories of vehicle that can enter. Maybe vehicles like ambulance on duty, police vehicle that is on assignment, or maybe vehicles of people with different kind of disabilities. Zona a traffico limitato. Like here, this sign here is a sign that shows that there is no circulation on this road. But here, they now limit it to some of the categories of vehicles. Here, people with vehicles, the drivers of a vehicle that have a permit of disability, they can access this road. Then police on duty can access the road. People that want to load and offload, maybe you have a shop inside this area, you want to load or you want to offload your goods, you can enter the road and do your loading or offloading and move out. Then ambulance on duty can use this road also, but every other vehicle cannot use the road. That is why it is called Zona Traffico Limitato. Centro Abitato, that is the build-up area. So the build-up area, there are a lot of things that are different from the build-up area and other area. So like the speed here in the build-up area, when there are no speed sign, automatically the law says you cannot go above 50 km per hour. Curva. Curva is called bend. This is a part of the road that have curves. So the curva in Italian is known as bend in English. So this area of the road, it limits your visibility. You cannot make a stop here. You cannot even make sosta, which is a long stop. You cannot make U-turn because why? Your visibility is limited. Vehicles that are coming from the opposite direction will not see you unless they are very close to you. Dorso. Dorso in English is called hump. This is another word in English that is not familiar with a lot of people. A lot of people are not familiar to this word. This is called dorso. This part of the road, it limits your visibility also. You cannot see the vehicle coming from your opposite direction until it's very, very close to you. So here you cannot do stop, you cannot do parking, and you cannot make a U-turn. You can't stop here, you can't park here, and you cannot make a U-turn. Sede tramvaria, tramway. Sede tramvaria, tramway. This is a tramway. Tram is like, they are like train, but they are smaller and their track are also smaller. They are just a means of transport for public use in major cities. Spartitraffico. Central reservation, Spartitraffico. This is Spartitraffico. I said it earlier on. Like this road now is now two carriageway because it's divided with Spartitraffico. Before I started attending driving school, I used to call this thing pavement. We used to call it pavement while we were back in Africa. So until now, I now understand that it is called central reservation, Sparti Traffico. So because this one is concrete, it's a solid material. Now this road is two carriageway. This road here have two carriageway. Pista ciclabile, cycle lanes. This is pista ciclabile. The same thing applied. This one can also go side by side with the carriageway, but attraversamento ciclabile, which is cycle crossing, is also a part of the carriageway, because at this point the cyclist will interfere with the vehicles that are circulating on the carriageway. TP di strada, types of road. Strada urbana, which are the road found in the urban area, the build-up area. The strada urbana allow, I said it before, allow 50 km/h. That is the maximum speed you can go in strada urbana. But there are some cases when the sign can allow you to go up to 70, though it's within the city. It's called strada urbana di scorrimento. Probably that area of the city is an underground, so nobody can easily come and interfere with your movement, so they may allow you to go up to 70. It's that kind of road within the city is called strada urbana di scorrimento. In my next video, I was not able. In the next video I'm going to upload, I was not able to get that road in my city. So I've seen that kind of road in Milano. I've seen it in Torino, and some other big cities. So maybe it's an underground or a flyover, but though it's within the town, you can go up to 70. But apart from that discorrimento, strada urbana discorrimento, every other road within the build-up area, in the absence of sign, you cannot go above 50. It's not lawful for you to go above 50. At some point, you will see the signs will limit you to 30. But probably there are some school around that area, so it will limit you to 30 km/h. Strada extraurbana secondaria, non-urban primary road. Strada extraurbana secondaria. This road will have the speed limit of you can do up to 90 km/h. That is the highest speed you can do on this road in absence of any other sign. Sometimes the sign can limit you to 70, it can limit you to 50, depends on the condition or the spot that you are on the road. Strada extraurbana principale. In English, it's called the main road. This road, in absence of sign, you can go up to 110. That is the maximum speed you can drive on this road. Sometimes the signs can also limit you. It can ask you to drive 90. The sign can ask you to drive 50. Depends on how the case may be. And this road, you cannot see intersezione araso. You cannot see the same level intersection. The only intersection you can find on this kind of road is intersezione spassati, intersection of different level. But in strada extraurbana secondaria, it's possible you see intersezione araso, where one vehicle have to stop for the other one to pass. Here we have the autostrada, la autostrada. La autostrada. In English, it is called the highway. It is called the highway. Here, the speed limit here, when there is no sign, where in the absence of any speed sign, is 130 km/h. But at some point, they can allow you to drive up to 150. So if the sign says so, that is the only way you can drive up to 150. But in absence of any sign, the normal speed here is 130 km/h. Sometimes the speed sign can tell you to drive 110, 90, 50, depends on how the case may be. And so also the kind of intersection you can see on Autostrada is intersecciones passati. Intersecciones passati, different level intersection. You cannot see traffic lights telling you to stop for another person to go in the intersection. So there are no interseczione araso in Autostrada. Then these roads are also equipped with corsia di accelerazione and corsia di decelerazione, acceleration lanes and deceleration lanes. So what to expect on the next video? The next video, I'm going to make a reality view of the road. Real life video. I'm going to make a real life video. So all these things I'm talking about in pictures, we'll see them on video and see what they are being used for. In case you have not subscribed to this channel and you want to be getting notification for more videos, like, subscribe. If you subscribe, then go to the bell and hit the notification icon there so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Bye. Thank you.